Rosann, we've known each other for 3 decades.
Yes, a long time.
And you have been a professional counselor.
As you have been a professional counselor, how many people have we known in Hong Kong?
Yes, quite a lot.
So many different people.
And so many changes.
And that's why we want to think about women now and women then, and how women have changed over these years.
That must be very interesting.
Yes.
And it covered different generations.
Always.
Well, if they're interested in what we are talking about, how are they going to find us?
They're going to find us Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, PsychoAlchemy. We are Women Now and Then.
See you there.
Dorothy, things in the house that we enjoy. Now, we've talked about household utensils and we've talked about clothing. I find that I really like the sound, but particular sounds of chimes, mobiles.
Oh, yeah.
mobiles.
I've been to your house many times,
Yeah. Now, there's one that's made of shells, one hanging decoration. And when the aircon is on, because this is something in my house, I don't like the sound of them. But these shells go click, 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 click. Because there are many of them, it's not the same sound repeated over and over again.
Yes.
But the shells of touching one another almost is reminiscent of a wave coming in, splattering shells. So I have one that makes shell crackles together.
Yeah.
And I like that sound. Now that's in my house, and it's a thing. I don't touch it, I don't look at it, but I hear it.
I see.
Well, there's another one, another hanging decoration that has a small bell on the end. Tingling, tingling, tingling. Now, that is in a doorway. And if you move one side of the doorway or the other, you'll hear just the slightest ting. That vibration I find is fun.
Oh, okay.
I find is fun. Maybe other people don't hear it. Maybe other people think the sound of the air conditioner is fine. The sound of a fan is fine. There are a lot of people who are not aware of how many sounds.
Yes.
But I'm particularly interested in sound. And so I hear those sounds.
Oh, I see.
I have another very tall, very long bamboo bong, bong chimes, bamboo chimes. And that's wonderful too, but that's a whole different vibration.
Yes.
So my daughters come along and visitors come along and go, Rosann, why do you have this hanging stuff in your house? It's not the beauty of seeing it so much as the comfort in hearing natural sounds, shell against each other, metal, or bamboo.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm preparing for this morning. I thought, what do I really like in my house? What do I really
So you're
want?
more audio, I guess.
Audio. Yes.
Audio.
It matters to me. Now, some people like having the sound of television on.
Oh, yeah, all the time. My mom.
You walk into many people's homes,
Yes.
the television is on. Or the radio. Some talking, or music. Now, young people, if you hang around with teenagers, many of them have music
Brass.
going all the time. All the time. So there's the sounds around us that can be comfortable or not comfortable. And then I think about the kinds of coverings on the floors. Many of us take shoes off when we come into the house.
Right.
Not true in America, but in Asia.
Yes.
People take shoes off. And they step onto a small carpet, maybe. And then some of the floors are bare, but very clean because no one's been walking on their shoes.
Right.
And in some areas of the house, there are carpets. Some people have a small mat when they get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
They put their feet down not on the floor, but on a small carpet.
Yes.
So I'm not sure that anyone looks at that carpet, but they feel it. And there's the familiarity for people. When am I walking on the rug? When does it switch to the flooring? When we have people who are leaving a hospital or seniors who are not quite sure where they are, one of the ways they know where they are in a household is whether they're on the carpet, on the wooden floor, on the tiles in the bathroom. The bottom of our feet have special nerves for connecting.
Yes.
Collecting and connecting.
Yes.
Okay, this is where you are. And for much older people or for people who've had any kind of balance upset, it's good to know you stand differently on a carpet than you do on the bare floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
So in addition to sounds, there's also floor covering.
Yeah. Sensitivity.
And if you're going to change houses, you need to think, what do you want on the floor?
On the floor. Yes.
It makes a difference.
Yeah,
It makes a
well,
difference.
Actually, my contractor was talking to me these days about what I want.
Yes.
Whether I want to step on wooden floor, which is usually warmer,
Yes.
or whether I want those kind of cool but very easy to clean tiles.
Yes.
Yeah, I was debating on it, but I don't really want carpet because mainly
all
because
problems with carpet. You got to clean it,
yeah,
and bugs get into it.
right.
You got to steam clean it. Yeah. But some people, their carpets are precious. They want to take care of all of that.
Yeah. Or maybe a little piece in the living room area. I don't know. But I'm not too sensitive about the environment. So that's I have noticed.
Isn't she lovely? She's got all these clothes and all these magazines, but she's not sensitive about the environment.
Really, I don't know why.
Oh.
I can stand quite a messy environment. So when I walk into my apartment, even though my kitty cat is running around and sometimes can be a little bit messy, it didn't really bother me. Yeah, I don't know why. And even though I have a lot of clothes and maybe a lot of books piling up, it really didn't really affect me.
Wow.
But I know for some people, they are really agitated if they think the place is messy. And my tolerance of messy
Yes.
is pretty high. All right. I cannot tolerate people's bad relationship. I am very sensitive
Yes.
to interpersonal turbulence. But I'm not sensitive to the environment. Environment, how do I say? Discomfort.
Yes.
Yeah, even sometimes, my maid didn't finish up the cleaning. The apartment is pretty messy. I'm okay. Just
never
give me
mind.
a little area. I
Yeah.
would just sit there and read my book or watch my TV or play with Bowie, my little cat. But I know a lot of people, if they walk into their house or apartment and something is messy, their mood will change. Not me. No effect at all.
I'm just wondering if it's something about counselors, because the environment doesn't matter to me very much at all.
You too, huh?
Yes. Things can be, I especially notice when people come to stay with me and they say, I'm leaving my jacket here, I'm leaving my towel there, whatever.
Yeah.
It's your stuff, leave it wherever you want.
Yes.
But my sister would go nuts if people did not put the towel back correctly. That's an interesting
Yeah,
thing.
but if your friend is not talking to you,
that would be very upsetting.
right. If both of you are doing something and then you notice that
You're sensitive.
yeah.
So some people are much more aware of environment
Yes.
than others.
Yes.
What brings comfort, what doesn't bring comfort. That's truly challenging.
Right. And
Truly
in my field, Enneagram, actually
Yes.
we call it, if you are more self-preservate,
Yes.
yeah, those people that will be more sensitive to the light, whether the room is cool or not, whether the sofa is comfortable or not. But I'm not that type. I'm definitely not sensitive to that kind of setting.
To lighting, you're not?
Not that extremely sensitive. Even in my office, I have 3 lights, and sometimes something happen, one of them is not working, I don't really care.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say, well, when you're free, change it. Otherwise, I can wait till next week. And sometimes I can wait till 2 weeks because I didn't really care that much about the difference. And so that's something interesting. Maybe that's why it's so hard for me to tidy things up.
Or to let anything go.
True, true, true. Let's talk a little bit about the sentimental things.
The
To
sentimental.
you, what are the sentimental things?
What are the Probably my books. I can shift furniture pretty easily. I don't spend a lot of time fussing about furniture or the color of the walls, but I have a lot of. I know what I learned from reading different books at different times.
Right.
Yes.
But as the girls,
My
got
daughters,
married, they move out. You need to tidy up their, get rid of their stuff. Do they bring them?
Oh, thankfully they all have their own stuff now.
Ah, okay.
I don't have my children's things.
Ah, good.
On the other hand, I have a sister who has children in their 30s and 40s, early 40s, and she still has their ping pong rackets and their hockey sticks from
Maybe one of the
secondary school.
report card.
She has
Oh,
all of those things
yeah,
of the
yeah.
growing up years of her children
Yes.
that she's not ready to part with at all.
Wow.
At all.
Luckily, she had a big house, right?
Yes.
In order to put all that.
Well, and she's keeping too many things, but
Mm.
we do things that are important.
Mm.
One thing that's important for me is when I sit down for a meal, I like placemats,
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
and I like different kinds of textiles, different kinds of weaving. It's not easy for me to sit down just with a bowl and chopsticks and spoon. It just seems to me you
Yeah,
gotta
you
get
need a
everything ready
setting,
first.
yes.
You need a setting
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
And you need to calm down and enjoy that meal.
Oh, one thing I need to ask you.
Yeah.
My mom has such a hard time giving away my dad's stuff when my
Oh,
father
yeah.
passed away.
Yes.
And I think it took her such a long time.
Yes.
And we all give her time. It's no hurry, right? We have space. But the day she finally decided to give all my father's decent clothes away, mainly because one day she just told me, your father's stuff was so well, in good shape. And if someone can wear it, and it would be good. Because my mom always brought the best thing for my father,
Yeah.
right? And all the suits. And my father always liked to dress up. Yeah,
Oh,
he always
yeah?
liked that. Even at home, if my father knew that the children are coming back, instead of wearing like family dress, like a pajama or maybe
Yes.
just a t-shirt or a polo shirt, he would go back to his room, change to a shirt and a pair of trousers.
Wow.
But no tie, definitely. But
Right.
definitely a shirt.
So.
So my mom said, your father kept a lot of good stuff, and I think only last year he managed to give it away, and it's very sentimental. you know,
Yes.
yeah, because
Yes.
all the thing was brought by my mom.
Oh, wow.
My father never needed
And they
to
were
go
married for many, many.
59 years, right?
59 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
they're allowed to be sentimental.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime.
Yes.
That is a lifetime. No, Jack's clothes went to the Salvation Army,
Yes.
but I had a daughter there helping me. Just some of it they thought was too worn, but there were other things that were just fine. Leather jackets and
Yeah,
such.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so thankful to the Salvation Army once
Yeah,
again.
right.
And groups like Crossroads is
Yeah,
another
right.
group that will take
and
things.
about books, actually now in Hong Kong, every year there will be about 3 or 4 NGO. They will
Yes.
advertise on their website. They will take books, and I
Ah.
think just the end of March, there's a big organization. They have a really big book collections all over Hong Kong. I remember as I was renovating my office, right? I think I took almost 200 books to those
Wow.
places, and they
Yes.
were actually quite happy. I
Yeah.
have all kinds of books, psychology book, business books, and children's book. And they said they will take a look at it. Some of them they will give it to those less privileged
Right.
students in maybe different part of Hong Kong, and some of them they will ship it out. So they won't.
Yeah, Cambodia, Laos.
Yeah, they won't
India,
take
where-
it to the junk bay.
Right.
So watch if you really have that kind of books you want to give away every year at least 3 to 4 times, and they're serious.
Wow.
Usually, sometimes they are over at Pacific Place,
Yeah.
all those Swire property,
Oh,
right?
oh, oh.
And some of them are in Central, some of them big shopping malls. And I think that's a good way. You don't need to worry about it. You know, people will take good care of your books. So
Wow.
yeah.
Speaking of books,
Yes.
I have a book
Yeah.
that's related to what we're talking about. It's called The Golden Thread.
Ooh.
And it's the story of how fabric is related to our own history. How from the earliest times, and we don't know how early is early, 40,000 years ago, that people were weaving.
Yes. Yes.
People were weaving. So what did they weave? Well, when they saw reeds, they saw grasses growing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take too long. You've watched young children.
Yeah.
They pick up things and they start under and over and under,
Right,
and there we go.
Yes.
But this book also talks about the development of weaving nets for fishing,
For fishing. Yes. Yes.
and how that might be related to crocheting and knitting, which we still do.
Yes.
So there's something about the human hand being able to manipulate various fabrics.
Okay.
Now, one of the oldest fabrics is linen, related to the hemp family, and that's not far away from the marijuana family.
Okay.
So people use these grasses for many, many purposes.
Yeah.
Wars were fought. Remember the Silk Road?
Silk Road. Yes.
Carrying textiles from one part of the world to another.
Yeah.
Because whatever was freely available in one part of the world, like linen in Egypt, compared to silk in China, people traded.
Yes.
So the trading of textiles is also part of our history.
Yeah.
And textiles are what we wear.
Yeah.
What do you feel comfortable with?
Yes,
What do you
yes.
like next to your skin?
Yes,
So
yeah.
that's my book, The Golden Thread, How Fabric Changed History.
Right. I remember when I was young.
Yeah.
My at that time, my mother will go to some shops to buy fabric
Yes.
and tailor make clothes.
Yes.
And at that time, Hong Kong, there are certain areas in Hong Kong in Central, and the whole area are for that kind of fabric.
You can still go in the lanes in Central and get some.
Yeah.
Bowring Street has some.
Right.
But not so much
Not
anymore.
And
Not
now
so
they
much anymore.
push them all to the there's an
Far.
area western near
West-
the
yeah.
western
Near the Western Market also.
market, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, no fun anymore, right? Because
Yes.
you just go into a big shopping mall,
Yeah.
all the clothes look the same. But at that time, you
It's
pick
true.
your own fabric and you can design your own clothes,
That
and
was true.
everyone is unique. But now I will tell you the truth is, a lot of Hong Kong people will now go to Shenzhen, China, 45 minutes away from
Yes.
Hong Kong,
Do they pick out the fabric?
and they tailor make their clothes, and still they are pretty good price. And a lot of young people, if they want nicely tailored dress, and they will go there. And usually, for nice decent dress with a jacket, we're talking about maybe the material, the cloth is about 120, 150.
Really?
And then the tailoring is about 400. So the whole thing is about less than $600.
Dollars.
But it's perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
Yeah, I still
Ah.
do that. And some people will go there to make their dress wedding gown.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
wedding gown, 长衫,
course.
all that. And it's a
Right.
reasonable price and pretty good. And once they get your measurement, actually they can even do that. You just tell them to do something for you, and they do it, and they courier back to Hong Kong.
Oh, so you don't have to go after.
No, you don't even need to
Wow,
go.
that's
You don't
something.
need to go and pick it up.
That's something.
Once you select certain material and they know your style, they might take some photos and ask, oh, Rosann, we have some new cloth coming in. Do you like it? Do you want it make into a jacket? They can
Oh.
do it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Maybe
That's
one day I'll
wonderful.
take you to Shenzhen.
Woo!
I don't
Okay.
have a movie to share
What
today.
no movie today.
No movie, because
movie.
I checked my thousands of DVD
yes.
inventory.
Yes.
Actually, there's a lot of movie about dysfunctioning family.
Right.
Right, but not too many movies on tidying up the place. But I think in Netflix recently, there's a very successful show, and the name is called Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. And that Marie Kondo is a Japanese woman. I think if you watch Netflix, you should know that she is now very popular. This very short Japanese woman, actually she's about my size, she will go into American family and try
Really?
to find out what went wrong, right? And then she'll give, actually she speaks fluent Japanese. She didn't speak any English. Maybe the only two lines she can say is thank you very much and how are you? And she has a translator with her all along.
All the time.
All the time. And she's not just teaching the American family to tidy up their household. It's more like a philosophy. You know,
Really?
yeah, and it's really good show because every time there's a theme, and I remember the first time I watched it, I was
Yeah.
so impressed. Was this young couple, I think in their early 30s, they have two toddlers, and you can imagine it can
What
be
a mess,
very
what a
messy.
mess.
They need to take care of the children. They both have to work, and they need to create space for the kids to run around.
Yes,
And there are
toddlers.
so many children clothes, right? And the thing is, she actually not just teach you how to tidy it up, she actually teaching you how to teach the children to tidy up the
Oh.
stuff. So I think this is such a good show. And for most people, they will say, "Oh, well, we don't have American house,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
so
yes.
it's no use." It's not
Right.
true. The whole concept of tidying up start from Japan. The Japanese apartment was equally small. And
That's
they
right.
use this philosophy and they just transfer it and make it big in the United States. And I think
Wow.
it addressed the issue of hoarding and the concept.
Yeah.
She has a lot of philosophy. You know, why you don't stack up the clothes, because once you stack it up you don't really see it.
Oh,
You try to make sure you can really see it. As you said, right? You got to feel it. If the
Yes.
clothes you don't feel the texture and it has been idle for a year or more, those clothes are already useless. So well,
Wow.
put in some time to watch it. And my friends told me, once they start watching it, they cannot stop because
it's
every
that good.
yeah,
There's
be-
people are interested.
Exactly, because
Okay.
every episode they talk about tidying different parts of your apartment or your
Ah.
house and the philosophy behind it.
Tidying up.
Yeah,
tidying up.
tidying up.
Isn't it so interesting that we now have such abundance
Yeah,
that we store things and store things, and some people even hire storage units
yeah,
for what they've bought.
yes.
Storage units you can get in Hong Kong.
The same.
And if you have an individual home, you can buy a hut to put in your backyard
Yes, yes.
that will store more of your thing. How much the philosophy, how many things do we need? What's really important for
Yeah,
us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
next time, what are we going to talk about? Is this
Oh, the place where you live.
yeah,
The place where you live.
yes, our home.
Our home.
Yeah.
What makes a home? What makes a home? See you then.